The other part, long-term care, that's the part that nobody likes to talk about. Because we always think automatically, my goodness, we're going to go in the nursing home. They're going to feed me gruel. They're going to hose me down on Saturday, whether I need it or not. It's going to be horrible. It happens if we live long enough, but it doesn't have to be that bad. And it doesn't have to be that bad if you do proper planning. That's another thing our firm does with Nancy's healthcare department. So long-term care is an issue. How you deal with it is entirely up to you. But if you have a long-term care occurrence, you will pay for it. You'll either pay for it directly or you'll pay for it indirectly because you did some prior planning and maybe bought some insurance coverage to help you. There's a lot of different ways to do this. One of the things we hear a lot from people is, oh my goodness, I looked at the cost of healthcare, long-term care coverage, and it's so expensive. Some of that's true, but you know, there's about 54 different options on how to deal with this. And I would suggest that you keep an open mind. Call Nancy, call our team. We'll help you look at the options. We're not going to twist your arm to do something, but it really makes great sense to look at it. So that's the second cost. The third cost, and this is where we get into government regulation again a little bit. And before I get into it, if anything I've said so far is of interest to you, give us a call, 616-301-2581. You can ask for me, Ron Corser at Cornerstone Retirement Partners, or you can go to our website, www.cornerstone-rp.com. You can put your information in there or call us. And if you want this retirement risk 7-page explanation of things you should be aware of, we'll send it to you free of charge, no obligation. A lot of great information, a lot of good things to think about. So let's talk about another one called taxation. One of the questions that comes up in our reviews constantly is, what do you think is going to happen about taxes? I get that question asked, and I just turn it around and say, well, what do you think is going to happen with taxes? Well, I think they're going to go up. And I always nod my head and say, yep, I think you're right. What we don't know is how high and how fast, but we know they're going to go up. So let me ask this question. For those of us who live in the great state of Michigan or Montana or Vermont, when we know the month of October comes by, we know winter's coming down the road. And most of us who live in these states prepare for winter. Nobody in Michigan that I know of is going out and buy a swimsuit because they want to spend January 1st out on Lake Michigan in the middle of winter, sunbathing. We prepare for winter. So when it comes to this issue of taxation, taxes, you can prepare, you can develop strategies. We can help you do that. That'll minimize the impact of taxes on your life savings, on your spending, on the impact it has on your lifestyle, because it's going to go up. There's no one magic bullet for this, but it just takes a little brainstorming to find out what you think, how your assets are laid out. If all your retirement money is in a deferred IRA, 401k, that's a potentially long-term serious tax problem because that's going to be taxed forever and ever. If you have money in other places or you're open to trying to create some other kinds of taxable or non-taxable accounts, we can help with that, with the idea of minimizing taxation, how much you pay in real tax over a long period of time, over the next 5 to 10 years. So if this is important to you, give us a call. I'd be happy to chat with you about it and brainstorm over some of the options that are available. Again, I'm Ron Corser with Cornerstone Retirement Partners. Give me a call, 616-301-2581. Go to our website, www.cornerstone-rp.com. Put your information in there. And if you would like this 7-page retirement roadblocks, how to avoid financial risk, give us a call. We'll email it to you or mail it to you, however you'd like to have it. It's good stuff. Here's the last point. We've already experienced it. It's with us all the time, but we're not really too aware of it until it gets really bad. What am I talking about? Inflation. Inflation. 4 years ago, we had an inflation rate of about 1.4%. Now we have an inflation rate last year was over 9. Now it's about 3.5 to 4. Yes, the rate of inflation is coming down, but inflation is cumulative. Just because the rate of inflation is coming down, we still have inflation. Things are still going up 3.5 to 4% so far this year. And keep in mind, that rate does not include two things, which when we talk about them, everybody says makes no sense. What are those two things? Energy and the cost of food. Two of the biggest things we spend our money on. So we know that inflation is cumulative over the last year and a half, 2 years. It's really gone up, however you measure, probably 15 minimum, maximum, maybe over 20%. So that really digs into your buying power and your lifestyle, because you have to spend more money or take more money out of your retirement accounts to maintain your lifestyle. But there are ways, strategies we can create to help you with to do the best we can to minimize the impact of inflation on your life savings, on your retirement lifestyle. It's really important. You know, you got two choices. You can just pretend it's not there and hope it gets better. Hope's not a real good strategy, but we can help you deal with this in a lot of different ways. There's no one right way to do it, but we can help you. And the key is to increase your income faster than inflation, if that's possible, or at least better than where you're going. So if this is important to you, give me a call, 616-301-2581. I'm Ron Corser with Cornerstone Retirement Partners. If what we've talked about today so far has touched a place in your heart, give us a call. Ask for this 7-page retirement risks and things that you need to worry about or be concerned about. And here's what I tell people. Everybody worries about the future, some of us more than others. But you know, think about this. When you have a plan and some assurance and maybe insurance that things are going to be okay for you, don't you feel better about the future? So if this is you, give us a call. We can help you create the best assurance and the best insurance for a sound financial future. Again, this is Ron Corser, Cornerstone Retirement Partners, 616-301-2581. Thanks for tuning in to today's program. Have a blessed day.
Tune into Cornerstone Retirement Partners' full radio program, Your Course to Retirement, Sunday mornings at 9 o'clock at News Radio WOOD, or visit cornerstone-rp.com for many valuable resources, including those mentioned on this show and other great episodes of Your Course to Retirement.
The content of this radio show is provided for informational purposes only and is not a solicitation or recommendation of any investment strategy. You are encouraged to seek investment, tax, or legal advice from an independent professional advisor.
Ed Slott's Elite IRA Advisor Group is solely an indication that the financial advisor has attended training provided by Ed Slott and Company, passed biannual examinations on material covered at conferences and in webinars, and met other membership requirements, and does not constitute an endorsement of any kind. Ed Slott's Elite IRA Advisor Group members pay a fee for the educational programs that allow them to be included in the Ed Slott's Elite IRA Advisor Group. Membership does not guarantee investment success. Fiduciary duty extends solely to investment advisory advice and does not extend to other activities such as insurance or broker-dealer services.
Advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, a registered investment advisor.
Advisory clients are charged a quarterly fee for assets under management, while insurance products pay a commission, which may result in a conflict of interest regarding compensation.
Any investments and/or investment strategies mentioned involve risk, including the possible loss of principal. Any comments regarding safe and secure investments and guaranteed income streams refer only to fixed insurance products. They do not refer in any way to securities or investment advisory products. Annuity guarantees are based solely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing company. Withdrawals of growth from annuities may be taxable as ordinary income in the year it is taken. Individuals should review contracts for specific details of the product's features and costs. Early withdrawals may subject the owner to penalties, fees, or taxes.